Good afternoon and welcome to this Slater and Gordon Premiership match between Teesside and West Bromwich Albion Throstles. Just delighted to be joined by Dylan. How you doing, Dylan?
Pretty good, mate. And yourself?
Yeah, very good. Having a good weekend. Do you want to quickly run through the squads for us?
Yeah, for sure. For Teesside, we've got Greg Baxter as the deepest player, Tyler Reeve in the middle, Mitch Tinkler, and of course Ed Common on the wing. For Throstles, we got Parth Gakwa, the deepest player, with Regan Kemp in the middle, Abigail Bolt, and Amy Wharton.
And a very early goal for Teesside.
What a start that is.
Ed Common at the back post. Move started in their own half by Tyler Reeve. Pushed the ball out to Mitch Tinkler. Tinkler put a crossfield ball across. Found Ed Common at that back post. And that was that.
I don't think you could start a game better than that, mate.
Very, very pleasing for them, I'd have thought.
Absolutely.
Puts immediate comfortable position, having lost their last game somewhat unexpectedly as reigning champions and top of the table to Villa Rockets.
Looks like a corner ball for Teesside. Couldn't get another one, could they?
They
Almost.
nearly did. Different combination this time. It was Tyler Reeve taking the corner kick and Mitch Tinkler at that back post. They have got a kick in, which Ed Common will take down on the Teesside right. Fires it in to where Mitch Tinkler and Regan Kemp are, but Kemp and Bolt kept it out. Ed Common taking his time, moving the ball around, trying to find some space, but that pass from Tinkler, the ball just bobbled a little bit and skewed slightly sideways off his chair. So Throstles with a chance to get out. The ball's only gone all the way back to Tyler Reeve, who trying to get some passing going with Mitch Tinkler. Good touch by Tinkler, take it into some space. Common back to Reeve. Space was a bit too tight, torn one given by our match officials. Centre referee Jeff Lewis, assisted by one of our commentary team, Charlie McClellan, also one of our match officials, and Dave Morris on the opposite side. Baxter then under pressure from Wharton. Wharton and Baxter in a tactical manoeuvre, not a lot of pace in the game at the minute. Quite cagey in places.
Amy Wharton unlucky with that bit of contact. Greg on the ball. Does well to keep it in, but Kemp is there. Breaks for Abigail Bolt against Tyler Reeve. Tyler Reeve doing a good job, showing his strength. Just goes past again. As Reeve almost forces it through the gap. Tries to win the set piece, and he does. It's a corner ball. Tyler Reeve to take. Got Tinkler on the back post. Common goes for a block. Bit of a dummy, and it's another goal. That was a fantastic finish, mate. It's beautiful.
Let's just go there. See that again. The ball comes across. Mitch Tinkler back across goal.
Really good finish. What a start for Teesside. So quick. Baxter on the ball. Wharton trying to keep it. Can she flick it back? It's Tyler Reeve. Can't quite keep it in. Throstles kicking. It's a good chance for them. Tries to fight through the gap. Gap was not there. Throstles again to take Amy Wharton. She's got Regan Kemp down the line. Opts for him to bolt. Back to Wharton with the shot. It's easy save. I think maybe if Wharton could have found the pick off. Back to Bolt maybe. But let's see Tyler Reeve. Does what he does. And wins a set piece. Reeve down the line. Common's there. Finds Common. Across the box. Great save. Cuts it out. It's Common with a nice touch. Back to Reeve with the full hit. Great accuracy on the pass.
Teesside really spreading that ball around, playing deep. Tyler, Reeve there. No worries about the distance. As you say, pinging the balls around with great accuracy.
And they're just so calm about it as well.
That is something, a quality you do associate with Teesside, even under real big pressure. They're very rarely are they emotional about the whole thing.
Good
good chance created this time by Tyler Reeve for Ed Common at the back post.
Gakwad with a nice save. So substitution. Amy Wharton is off for Jonathan Davis, I believe.
Yeah, John O'Davis on. So Ed Common here with this kick in. Mitch Tinkler moves out the way. Can't get through the wall put up by Throstles.
Bolt does well.
Teesside blessed with embarrassment of riches, really, with Tyler Reeve switching out to the wing. So Ed Common now playing centrally in the pivot.
It's not too bad, is it?
A phenomenal ball across to Mitch Tinkler, who has an absolute rocket shot.
You can see why he's a top goal scorer, mate.
You can indeed, with set-up passes like that.
Common across. Great save, great shot, everything. Fantastic.
They're really spraying this ball across the pitch. The width that they're getting in their play, only because of the power and accuracy.
See Greg Baxter nodding his head there. He was impressed. Ball across, it's a 2-on-1.
Ed and Mitch not quite in sync there. So tactic teams often employ is to have two players that would a bit too close to each other at the corner that move before the ball gets there, and sometimes you get the timing right, sometimes you get it wrong.
It's Davis on the ball. Against Tyler Reeve, just shows his strength there. Looking for a flick.
Heading towards goal, but Gakwad and Kemp marshalling that line well. Their intention here will be to keep that ball as locked up and slow as possible. As long as it's moving slowly, they can keep their chairs in the way. Tyler trying to make space to be able to move that ball faster than the chairs, as he did there, but still blocked off by the West Brom team. Here they go, Teesside moving the ball a bit quicker with a bit more space. The combination of those three outfield players, Tyler to Tinkler, across to Common. West Brom tidied up a little bit and tightened it up. They're trying to find that space again. Knocking on the door.
Pressure's building.
Reeve then to Tinkler. Tinkler back to Reeve. Tries to push it through the gap at the top of the box. Bolt and Kemp working very well together though.
Yeah, Bolt's just not giving any space, defending the box very well. This is another set piece for Teesside. It's Tingler to take. Comer lets it go, but Davis blocks. Bolt on the ball. Just gets dispossessed. Flicks back. And once again, Comer with the pick off down the line. Almost gets across.
Lovely technique that was by Mitch Tinkler. Look like S curve to readjust to the other side of the ball to get a spin. Hit that ball all the way down the line. What a pass there by Common to fire it into Tinkler.
Playing some exceptional football.
Their ability to change the pace of this game with a single pass is what means that one of the reasons they're 2-0 up.
Davis on the dribble. Common comes to meet him. Baxter has a rare touch of the ball.
Just about enough on it for Teesside's way. So the ruling when the ball goes out between two players' chairs, it's whichever player is forcing the ball further towards their opponent's goal or end is the one that wins that free kick, or wins that kick in, shall I say. If, however, it is exactly 90 degrees to the pitch, a set ball is played. That's the occurrence you will see in Powerchair football, just not that often. Ed Common making himself some space to be able to play where he wants to. They're currently just trying to get the space to move the ball around.
It's a nice pass wide there from Common. Tinkler just couldn't quite get to it. But they're playing some expert football. Just to pace it. Davis on the ball. So 1-on-1. Baxter holds his ground.
Often looks much more dangerous than it is in Powerchair 1-on-1.
Yeah, often doesn't lead to much. Davis with a 2-touch.
Most danger comes from when the ball's moving around. So here is Greg Baxter. And there he goes, got the ball going to Ed Common, who's tried to find Baxter in that gap. Kemp and Bolt again working really well together at the top of that box. Just broke though at the top here. Teesside showing their ability to adapt and change. How versatile all their players are, with Greg Baxter now up at centre pivot. Tyler Reeve dropped in to be the back player. Not quite traditional 4-out, more that the goalkeeper and the pivot have swapped. When you're up that far up the pitch, doesn't make much difference.
I mean, Greg Baxter used to play a 4-out system when he was with Sevenoaks, so he's more than accustomed to it.
certainly is, and of course had some time in the senior England squad, notably in 2019. I think having won a couple of tournaments with the development side as well, at one point he was England's most decorated international. But I think the senior side have won a couple of home nations since, and
just a few.
there's a couple of players that would have superseded him. Baxter trying to pick that ball off in the middle down to one of the wingers, but Bolt for West Bromwich and Throstles getting the better of him. And Bolt getting the better of Reeve as that ball goes out. Play for a kick in. Which Kemp will take down the wing to Bolt, who front bumpers across to try and find John O'Davis, but Teesside wise to the move. Mitch Tinkler was across to block him out.
One.
So after a blistering opening start, the game has settled into a little bit of a pattern. Neither team really in the box of the opposition now for a few minutes. Just edge of box to edge of box.
That's Baxter's having something adjusted. Yeah, the game's turned into a bit of a midfield battle now. Just to settle down a little bit.
So Greg just having his foot strap adjusted by Teesside coach Paul Pearson. Having a little chuckle with the match officials whilst doing so as well. So resume with a indirect free kick given for the 2-on-1 taken by Kemp for Throstles. Bolt tries to find the lane down the wing for John Davis. He does pick the ball up off of Greg Baxter's chair and engages Greg Baxter on the edge of the box. That ball was almost not rolling for long enough to a set ball to be given. Referee Jeff Lewis was ready to blow, but it started moving just in time. Kick in to Teesside. Back to this middle of the park action. Greg Baxter not happy he had an out pass there, so just looked to slow the ball down. Pinched off his side of his chair by Abby Bolt, but the pace she needed to do that at meant the ball ultimately rolled out of play. Couldn't quite get control back. Now this is an interesting one, even with Greg Baxter in goal. The Teesside do seem to choose to take goal kicks with their central pivot player. Not a tactic often taken in the Premiership. It's normally a goalkeeper that would take that.
Yeah, especially when you're 2-0 up as well. It's quite interesting. More of a safety approach, I assume.
Bolt looking to find a passing lane across to Davis, but not able to do so. Now what can the Wizard do up here? It's a difficult one-on-one. Tries to take it round Gakrod. There's Ed Common.
Gakrod does well. Shows a bit of strength. But it's another Teesside kick in.
So in this sort of position they scored one of their goals. Common back to Reeve, who's going to hit Tinkler with a powerful pass, but the rhythm not quite there for both of them. Bolt's able to intercept, and that ball came rolling down, and Greg Baxter looked like he was about to smash it and didn't, and there was a little bit of a chuckle from John O'Davis about that.
Tyler Reeve battling Davis. Bolt tries to get out of the way. It's a 2-on-1, unfortunately.
Yeah, Bolt was aware that she needed to switch sides to avoid a 2-on-1, but in doing so actually ended up going closer to Davis by driving, and therefore the 2-on-1 was given. I think she'd have driven round Baxter. She might have got away with it, but that also had the risk of driving off the pitch.
Strong contact.
Half time on pitch B. Score at half time over there. 0-0. Still got a few seconds left here.
That was an unusual set piece.
And Jeff Lewis brings this half to a close. Half-time Teesside 2, West Bromwich Albion, Throstles 0. Thanks to a couple of goals very early on in the first half. First one, a ball across from Mitch Tinkler, so that's not the first goal. We've got a few highlights here to show you. This is the second goal from Mitch Tinkler. Corner from Tyler Reeve. Went across. Slotted in the far post. And just before that, a lovely work goal with Mitch Tinkler working down the side. Firing the ball across and Ed Common in off the post. We will join you shortly for the second half. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to the Lee Westwood Centre here at Nottingham Trent University. Second half of Teesside versus West Bromwich Albion Throstles coming up. It is 2-0 to Teesside at this moment in time. Bit of an animated conversation going on between centre ref Jeff Lewis and the Teesside team. Not quite sure what that was all about, but it smiles all round. So that was very nice to see. Delighted to have Dylan back with me for the second half. How do you see the second half going, Dylan?
I think more of the same, to be honest. I think Teesside are going to keep pushing, try to score a few more. I think Throstles just want to try to keep the score down as much as they can, I think.
Great pass across the box from Ed Common to Mitch Tinkler's a shot on goal. Path Gakwad back, last player there. Throstles do play with Gakwad at the back and Regan Kemp just in front as the goalkeeper. Enables them to keep it very tight front half. We have had a substitution at half-time. Tom Donner has come on for Abby Bolt.
Bit of a loose one. It's Davis with a touch. Just a swing and a miss. It's unlucky with that. Just having a look at some stats actually, and Ed Common has scored every time these two teams have played each other. This is interesting. It's Common on the ball.
Ed Common now down on the Teesside right. Couldn't quite manufacture anything from that position this time though. Ball has gone out for a goal kick. And West Brom, as is standard, have one player take it and 3 players out. So they happen to have their goalkeeper out on pitch. That's because they play a front pivot with as the goalkeeper. They need to defend with 3.
There's quite a few teams do that as a 2-on-1's been given. It's another great opportunity for Teesside. What can they do? It's to read with the full hit around, straight into Kemp. But they're going to try again.
Completely nonchalant look on Kemp's face as he did that. Ball comes in. Reeve trying to find a space in the gap. He keeps changing chair position, giving himself more options and trying to drag someone out towards him. They did in the end, Donoghue, but by doing that, they've... I was going to say they've managed to get the ball and check transition possession, but not fully. 2-on-1 was given away in the process, Davis and Donoghue.
Teesside are meeting.
They are. I mean, they're known for their set pieces, so they've got in their repertoire a variety of movements, including a boom boom. Yesterday, I saw a tap tap boom, and well, that's what I nicknamed it. It's two smaller passes followed by a boom. And then things like that, where they all 3 start off around the ball, have a conversation about what they're doing, and don't then go and take up positions. They immediately drive away. The opposition don't know where they're going to be, and they've got something in mind. Chance for John O'Davis at the other end, though. Didn't quite break to him at enough pace for him to really trouble Teesside. Had enough time to get back across goal. Sign of a confident team when they're executing rehearsed and practiced set pieces. Great ball by Common, who's found Tyler Reeve, who's put the ball in a wide position for Mitch Tinkler. Nice, smooth passing. Sorry, Dylan.
That's all right.
Interrupted you there.
No, just playing some silky football. So confident. It's great to watch. Another kick in here. Tinkler to take. He's got Reeve in the middle. Goes for him. Reeve with a back touch. Probably not what he wanted, but it's the Throstles kicking. It's Kemp to take. He's got Donoghue in the middle. That's where he goes. But nothing comes from it. Baxter takes a touch. And Davis trying to drive it through. Takes a nice touch. Goes for the flick for Kemp. Kemp goes back to Davis. Kemp. Massive cheer on the other side.
So Villa Rockets, who earlier in the day got a last-minute winner against Teesside to beat them 1-0, have just taken the lead against the other title challengers playing right now, which is the Greenbank side. So some upsets today, caused by Villa Rockets.
Yeah, causing some serious problems. It shows how competitive the league is.
It certainly does. Just before this game, West Brom nearly had a scare from Muscle Warriors as well.
The last second goal.
Teesside here still looking like they're nice and safe and in control, but Throstles aren't out of the game. They're finding some success in getting into the Teesside half. 2-0's not an insurmountable lead, which Tinkler,
Just a miss hit there.
I think he changed his mind partway through executing that. Paused slightly and then went for an option he was a little bit too late to get to.
Set piece for Teesside as a substitution. Parth Gakwad's coming off for Amy Lee Julian. And it's that Kemp now is the deepest player. Break for backstroke. Nice secure touch. It's Davis there trying to force through. Tinkler does well, wins it. Straight out of bounds from Amy Lee Julian. Teesside kick. It's common to take. Into Tinkler. Breaks for Davis. The touch, heavy contact.
Drama over on the other courts. Greenbank have now equalised. Marcus Harrison.
Teesside with the free kick. To Common. It's a great flip back. Reeves back to him. His pace has increased now. It's Common. Tinkler. It's a great save, Amy Lee Julian. Teesside just decided to increase the pace.
So Tyler Reeve with the corner kick, fires across to Mitch Tinkler. Tinkler puts the ball back. Edcom's at the top of the box, but he goes wide again to Tinkler. Big swing. Ball out for goal kick, which Kemp will now take. So with Parth going off, pivot duties, centre pivot has been taken over by Amy Lee Julian.
Good strength from Lee Julian. But Reeve just comes back, shows his strength too. Foul being given in favour of Teesside.
Yeah, pushing through the ball. Emily Julian too much force. I'm told to calm down by referee Jeff Lewis. Also puts 5 strides, large strides out to mark the 5 metres for Tom Donner.
3, 4, 5. No more.
Check in where Regan was, he's all good. So Tyler Reeve here takes the kick, tries to find the gap between Donoghue and Kemp. Donoghue's chair was positioned appropriately. So Tyler Reeve now trying to find some space.
Smart play, just lets it go. It's another set piece opportunity. Common drops quite deep, fires it across. Tinkler just couldn't quite get the accuracy. It's a nice idea. Just don't know how it breaks with the ball. Nice little move.
Good turn by Donoghue. Davis needs to get out of the way, which he does. Referee Jeff Lewis happy that he's done that successfully without giving away a torn one. However, Ed Common, Greg Baxter, canny enough down there to win that goal kick. And it's another odd one. I still don't understand why Teesside take their goal kicks as they do. This one's successful. Mitch Tinkler back to Reeve. Ed Common across to Tinkler. Tinkler's going to try and finish.
Just wide.
A little bit wide.
Yeah,
I believe in the running game, that's a cross-come shot, that one, Dylan?
Yeah, I don't think he knew which one. But I mean, we say about the goal kicks, you know, but it works for them. It's interesting.
Works most of the time. I've seen it a couple of times and I'm not convinced, but they are reigning champions. So what do I know?
Fair point.
Reeve out wide to Tinkler. Can he get a front bumper on it and sneak it inside that post? Amy Julian decided the post had to go along with the ball.
Yeah, safety first. The good thing about having a movable post is you can take it out if you have to. It's a nice little fake. Great save off the line almost. Comes back to Reeve. A little fake.
Lovely ball by Tinkler. Looking slick, Dylan. And looking slick. Sense a third goal isn't far away.
Yeah, pressure's starting to build here. It's Tinkler with the hit. Again, but Julian's done well since she's come in. Quite a couple saves now, but see what can Tinkler do. Looking for the flick, goes for the full hit. Almost through the gap, but Kemp has it covered. Back for Tinkler. Just Donoghue's does well. Pushes through. But can't get past Reeve. Nice little play to Tinkler. Nice little touch, gets control. But 12-1 is called. There's Davis and Lee Julian too close, I believe.
And there's more drama on the other pitch. Penalty to Greenbank. So set pieces on both pitches. Teesside not making the best of theirs. Greenbank, on the other hand, Jacob Brookplatt slotting home the penalty to make it 2-1.
Yeah, we saw quite a few penalties yesterday, I believe, and quite a few misses. Oh. ball bounces into Emily Julian's bumper.
So just waiting for the score to update on pitch B.
And set ball hit.
They're still running replays at the minute, so they haven't entered the goal. I can confirm it is 2-1 to Greenbank. Teesside here looking for their third. Reeve back to Tinkler. Takes a touch, tries to push it onto his behind his back wheel, but a little bit too much. This is something that Teesside do quite regularly, is when they feel they're in control of the game, they put Tinkler into the pivot position. It's an experience thing and a chance him to develop. One of their younger players, certainly compared to the experience of, say, Ed Common.
And it's quite a smart thing to do. Just develop your young ones. Just make sure they're ready.
Ed, one of the elder statesmen of the English game.
Substitution called. Is that Dylan Pearson's coming on for Ed Common? Back to Reeve, fired across. Pearson just wasn't in the right place, unfortunately. For Throstles corner, I believe.
Chance of Throstles to halve the deficit here. Amy Lee Julian will take. Tom Donner and John O'Davis in the box. Tom Donner looks like he's trying to block off.
Lee Julian's usually got a good delivery on her. It's a good set piece take up. Let's see if she can use the power.
Little problem with Tom Donner's joystick hand. Technical assistance being called on by the match officials. Technical assistance being called off by the match officials as Tom Donner's chair is now sorted. So corner will be taken by Amy Lee Julian. Tyler Reeve is set in a nice position behind Tom Donner to come and intercept that ball if it goes all the way to Jono. As it is, it went into Tom Donner, who tried to sneak it between the potential gap of Tyler Reeve and Greg Baxter if he'd have jumped, but Tyler Reeve had sat and held his position nicely. Indeed, has brought the ball all the way out for Westport. Alien Julian's turned over territory in possession though, but in doing so has made some illegal contact, giving away a direct free kick to Teesside.
Yeah, 2-on-1 there. Yep. Lee Julian on her, a bit too close. Just another set piece for Teesside. Another opportunity for the third. Tinkler gets it across. Pearson just wide.
Great ball by Tinkler. Really slotted the gap there.
Reeve interception. Straight out of play. Throstles kick in.
For Throstles, yeah. Charlie McClellan, match official on that side, puts the ball down. This section of play really working our camera operator Nick Woodward hard. Thanks to Nick for switching in the replays. Tyler Reeve across to Tinkler, puts lots of the ball across to Pearson, almost finds the return ball. And we tick over past the 40-minute mark, so we're into added time. And it's judged by our match official, Jeff Lewis. Tyler Reeve flies the ball across to Amy Lee. Julian finds the interception and takes it down to Jono Davis, who's in Teesside's half. Couldn't quite get the ball moving in time. The Mitch Tinkler intercepted. Ball out to Dylan Pearson. Looking to send the ball back again. Bit of it to and fro in between the teams in the middle of the park there. Little scrappy. And Jeff Lewis brings this game to a conclusion. Two very early goals by Teesside, one in the opening minute, opening seconds of the game, one followed shortly afterwards, resulting in a comfortable 2-0 win. Throstles had their fair share of the game and possession, but never really threatened too seriously. The Teesside goal, a professional performance, I would say, Dylan, from Teesside.
Yep, did what they had to do. Nice early start, get the goals in, and yeah, just see out the result.
So they will be happy with that. That shows the league table. So Leeds PFC in first position. Goal difference of 50, 44 points. In second place on our table is Teesside, having just secured 3 points. They're 1 point behind, 43 points, but 51 goals. Third place, Aspire, also on 43 points. Goal difference of plus 35. And fourth place, Greenbank. They've just secured a win over Villa Rockets by 2-1, with 41 points on the board and a goal difference of 30. So top four teams, Leeds, Teesside, Aspire and Greenbank, separated by just 3 points. Game week 5 of the Premiership is going to be an exciting one. Please join us for that one. A few weeks' time, we'll see you back here at Lee Westwood very shortly for our next bit of action.